Welcome back. John Fedro here with mobilehomeinvesting.net. Thanks for watching. I'd like to go on a little rant if I could right now. As most of you know, I'm negotiating, I'm making offers to my first manufactured home community. Not just the individual homes like I love to teach and like I've been doing for the past decade plus, but actually purchasing, holding, reselling the actual complete mobile home park. Now, while I'm doing this, I'm reminded 13 plus years back of when I got started, talking to sellers, negotiating, getting out of my comfort zone, and making deals happen, and learning about it. I've been doing this for, again, so many years now that some of it's just become second nature. And now that I'm moving and transitioning over into purchasing mobile home parks as well as just the little homes inside of them, I'm really reminded that sellers are sellers. There's a few different types of sellers, and I go in a past video, I talk about a high priority seller, a middle priority seller, and a low priority seller. And what I mean by that is, and sort of what I like to talk about at the moment, because I've been dealing with some flaky sellers, some real sellers, some sellers that say one thing and do another. I get the bait and switch sometimes. And when I first got started in this business, I really thought that as investors, it was us as the investor versus the seller. And, sort of a butting of the heads. There was a win-lose situation. One of us had to win and one of us had to lose. And that is the complete wrong case. That is the mindset that you just want to get rid of. If you have that mindset, it's you versus the seller. That's wrong. It is you and the seller joining forces to go ahead and purchase or sell, for the seller's case, their unwanted property. Now realize that when you find this seller that wants to work with you, they see that you're an investor, they know that you're an investor, they know that you're there to purchase their home or purchase their property or purchase their commercial property. They know that you're there. The more time that they spend with you, it's the more that they're saying, hello, I know what you're doing, let's come to a win-win situation where we can then I can give you my property, I can be rid of it, and it's win-win. So realize that it's not you and the seller, butting heads and you versus the seller. It's you and the seller joining forces. When you find that seller, okay, the seller that's not trying to get one over on you, the seller that's not trying to trick you, that's not trying to strong arm or bully you into what they want to sell their park for or sell their home for, because you understand the value of the home, you understand the value of the land, and you realize that you're talking not on any sort of a higher or lower level, but you and the seller are equal, and it's your job to educate the seller. It's the seller's job to fill you in on everything that they know. You can both put your chips on the table, both lay your hands out, and then really try to find a win-win situation. And when you find that seller, life is easy. And I found it dozens and dozens and dozens of times before with the individual manufactured home sellers. Now I'm working with park owners to try to find those park owners that actually have that same mentality. So realize when you're talking to 20, 40, 80 sellers, remember who you're talking to. Is it a low priority seller, a middle priority seller, or is it a high priority seller? And do they understand that they're not any sort of higher or below you or anything like that, that it's you and the seller, again, joining forces to sell and to buy their unwanted property. Thanks so much for listening to me, and thanks so much for letting me get that off my chest. I think that that's a big misconception with regards to investors today and our mindset. It can cause anxiety, it can cause stress when there needs to be none there. We're in this business to help people. That's the only reason why we're in this business. If we can't help people, we can't provide value, then we can't make a profit for ourselves. John Fedro, thank you so much for watching.